Alright guys, this is My Rides Videos for Olathe, Kansas driver license. Let's see if they react any better than Belton did. Oh, thank you. Kenny. Filming markers.
Now serving K 753 at window number 1. Now serving K 753 at window number 1.
And right there, the lady said, just ignore him because he's rude.
754 at window number 10. Now serving K 754 at window number 10.
Hey.
Can you shut that off, please?
No. Don't touch it. I am in public. I can video in here. I'm allowed, so you need to not, and you don't walk up and try and touch someone. Period. We're in public. I didn't say nothing to no one.
Any personal information.
I never tried.
You were more than welcome to video anything.
And I wasn't filming the people, even just the employees. But she needs to learn a lesson. Not to walk up to someone and try and take something when you're wrong. Yes, you did. You tried turning it off and grabbing it.
And you shut it off so we can have a conversation.
No, we can have it with it. That way no one gets to lie. Say I said something when I did.
Legally, he is allowed to do this.
Yeah, it's called the First Amendment.
It's an auditor. He is correct, technically.
Okay.
And I don't try and get the
asking.
public.
Yeah.
I don't try and get no information. What I actually
That
do
actually
is,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
anything in public my eyes can see, I can film. Because you cannot transfer.
Just as long as it's not somebody else's information or anything to do with
If it is in public, I can see it and I can record it. They have to prevent the privacy.
There's only two places in here that you're not allowed to go.
So.
And that's directly behind here and that door right there. Anything
Right.
else, go for it. I don't care.
Which is fine. And I don't try and get the people. I just get the workers.
As long as you're not like recording cameras or
No.
computers and
No.
behind that door.
I don't want their computers. I don't want any of that.
All right.
I don't want to be called either, so you can set one.
Actually, you're in public. I wasn't until you said something. I wasn't until you said something. But I can. I wasn't until you said something. That's the whole point. I didn't film anyone, and none of them people are in it, but you are. You're the only one. These people are so ignorant around here.
Just for my own curiosity, is it for the YouTube channel? Is it for just providing evidence?
I go to every government building there is, every facility, because us taxpayers are the ones who pay for these guys to do their job
Well, technically,
and
I'm in building too.
to make sure that they were doing their jobs right. I just left Belton
Oh, wow,
area
that's a far
too.
drive, man.
It's I go
Hour
to
and something.
I go to Topeka. I've went into Capitol. I
Even
went
everywhere.
everywhere. No one Belton just now their license place. They called the cops on me. They literally tried to throw me out, including the cop, and then they learned
So for here,
that he don't.
the only way the cops would be involved is if you physically harm somebody, physically touch anything
Right.
in here. Besides that, you're just standing in video.
Disturbing the peace and physically trying to provoke something.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not either one. Like most of the people coming through here, I don't try and get the people neither. You say something, I'm going to record you. Because you said, hey, what are you doing? Or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to record you now.
I used to be here.
See, and that's the type of people that make all these people upset. It's because she don't know the rights.
The thing is, too, is a lot of people, not saying her specifically, just in general, need to practice like humbleness. You know, just being able to communicate, have like
Well, right.
a nice conversation.
I do it to educate and to bring the people closer together with you guys.
I got there's this dude I follow on Instagram, and he's an auditor. And what he does is he'll go around to like police stations and.
Oh, I do the police stations. I went to Belton Police Station today. I went to Belton City Hall. Police Station, City Hall, no one. The only place that gave me trouble was a license, just like here. Which,
I see people do that all the time, and they'll just ask like sometimes random questions just to see if the cops are on their game. They'll be like, "What's the Third Amendment?" or something like that.
and a lot of them don't know it.
And they'll keep silent and they'll just keep walking or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
See,
"Oh,
and
you should know yourself."
it's just to bring everyone together, and our rights are getting taken. I don't care what everyone says that they are. More of our rights are getting taken every day because no one knows how to communicate.
You got a bunch of people in office too who are making it harder for the American people to be able to do
Oh,
the
yeah.
stuff that we're supposed to be able to
Well,
do.
they don't because they have enough money. They don't care, and they're above law,
Yeah, that is very true.
and they don't care about our rights. Otherwise, that's why I walked completely over and stay away from the people.
Well, I
I
initially saw
don't-
you, and I just unless you do
That's
this thing and
that's why,
my boss.
because I'm not trying to provoke anyone, and that's what I got in Belton was the cop. You're just provoking people to talk. I said, no, sir. I said, if they ask me, I'll explain what I'm doing. So
Which is completely legal.
I said, I go about 10 or 15 minutes. If no one is saying nothing or whatever, I may go up to the main person. I do it all the time in the post office. They don't say nothing. I'll go up to them and go, hey, I'm doing an audit. You guys did great. Thank you very much for knowing our rights and not stirring up the public. Thank you.
And the thing is too, I mean, at least for you, you also have to be aware that not everybody is aware of what your rights are. So,
Right.
for example, that lady who just came over and was talking, she's the manager of this building. I don't think she was fully aware that auditors are around here because this is a government building.
And instead of grabbing me, stop and go, what are you doing? And I tried explaining. She didn't want it.
That's why I got up, because when she reached out for, I don't know, it was for you, for your camera, I was like, no.
It was for the camera.
Because technically speaking, that should be my job if you're doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Right, unlawfully, and I agree. And I agree with the auditors that walk up. Like when that lady talked to me, I still stayed back here, said what I said. I'm done with her. But the ones who didn't walk up to them and try and antagonize them more, I'm not in for it. I'm not for that. I'm just to make sure everyone does what they're supposed to do.
There's two things I don't like. I don't like for auditors and for civilians. I don't like when civilians go up and try to take or touch your stuff. It's not your stuff. Don't put your hands on anybody's
Right.
crap. I don't like when auditors come in and not saying you specifically.
No,
but
no.
like auditors in general will come up And I see it all the time on YouTube on Instagram. And they'll put the camera right in your face, and you're like, "Sir, can you move? Can you get out of my way?
Exactly.
I'm just trying to go about my day." And they're, no, like all up in your face.
Exactly. See.
That's not what you're doing, obviously. But I'm saying that kind of stuff. That's what irritates me.
See, and I'm not for that, and that's why I hope they'll look and see the difference between what some do and what some don't. Right. I'm just trying to film, show everyone that our employees that work for the city are doing a great job.
Now, believe it or not, I know since you've been in here for a little bit of time, you haven't had the best experience so far, but believe it or not, a majority of people who do work here are very humble people, and they will do their best to actually get you what you need. Like, we have a bunch of people who come in, they're out-of-state transfers, they come from other countries,
right?
Whatever the case may be, and they'll literally do as much as they can to make sure you leave here with a license, rather than not, because it's better just to get you out than you can come back in the next 4 or 6 years, whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
Saying, hey, come back tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day.
Right.
What I mean? But if it's up to you if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You're more welcome to like walk around here and.
Yeah. See, and I don't do it because I know that I just don't. I'm here for the employees. Everyone may be like, well, you need to educate the public. Well, you're the one who educates them. That lady that walked by and said, ignore them, she should actually be the one to educate these guys instead of stirring it up like he told it. I listened to her tell that guy, oh, just ignore him, and then put a paper up. I got an idea. Why don't you explain to him what we're doing? And that it's okay. And I'm standing up for everyone's rights.
And the problem is, too, so I actually do have a lot of respect for auditors. Keep in mind the ones that are doing what you do.
Exactly. The ones that are right, I do too. The ones that are jackasses, they don't need to be out there.
Because I actually learned a lot from when I was younger. I didn't used to know, like, I still don't know all my rights, but I know the majority of them, the important ones. Because the ones that, like, involve court, I'm not going to court, and I'll let my lawyer do that one, you know what I mean? But when I was younger, I used to watch a whole bunch of auditors, and these guys would kind of ask real-life questions, and then people who are government officials kind of get put on the spot. And some of them are actually, like, on the spot, they'll answer and they'll actually be respectful.
Some do know.
They don't. They just, like, ignore you, and they walk off, and it's like, okay, you're in this government facility. How do we know that you know your stuff?
Well, the way I see it, if you don't know my constitutions, how can you hold the law?
That's a great question. That's a great point.
Period.
Yeah.
If you don't know my constitutional rights, how can you tell me what I'm doing that is breaking the law?
Exactly.
You
You
can't.
back it up with evidence.
Exactly.
Or,
With a law.
yeah.
Which, because the one in Belton, he told me, because those ladies told me I had to leave, I had to leave. No, that's a public building.
I was going to say, that's private property.
It's-
Next door at Sally's, and they said,
Well,
that
yes.
you gotta leave.
Walmart, Quick Trip, all that
All
stuff.
private
A private entity who is owned by a company or a person is a private entity. They let public in there, but they have the right to kick your ass out.
Fun fact, this whole parking lot, technically speaking, is private property.
Yes.
Because it's leased out to, like, the person who leases these buildings, in a sense.
Yep.
This building and the Marines next door,
Yep.
the Army next door, we might be in this private sector, but we are government and state
Right.
buildings, so therefore we go underneath.
So therefore, they have to give you what they call an easement to be able to come into this building.
Easement.
Just like on the highway where there's no sidewalk. You can stand there, and that's called the easement.
You can stand on the highway.
You can stand off to the side, like say there's a business,
Oh.
and you can record.
I thought you meant like on the freeway, like.
Yeah,
you
no,
were-
on the side of it.
Okay.
Because from the center line over, on average, is 33 feet from the center line over. And that easement is for you to walk on and park a car if you have a flat tire.
Right.
Out of roadway.
Really quick.
That is considered public, and a lot of cops will tell you no, it isn't, because the city owns it and all that.
Each individual
Who
person,
owns-
individual character. So you might have two cops, one's good, one's bad.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily mean that cops in general are bad. It's just that people tend to do stuff, and then it reflects badly on who they're representing. Like
Exactly.
right now, if I were to come and tackle you, I'd probably look really bad for American Century. You know what I mean? It
Right.
wouldn't look good on the company because of my action. But yeah, man. If you want, you're more welcome to stay here. Just
No,
like I said,
like I said, I usually 10 or 15 minutes and I'm out, and I was going to be out.
no worries.
Yeah, I just,
If anybody
Go
says
to
anything
see.
you, just send them to me, man.
yeah, no, it's good. So, what is your name?
Vince.
Vince? Thank you. My name's Chris.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Thank you. And that is how you do it, guys. He wasn't mad. He informed the lady who threw a fit, tried to grab my camera. So, otherwise, guys, I think we did good here. And we can leave now that You made him mad. We'll just have to maybe come back another day. Thank you. And that, guys, was Kansas driver's license.